Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. This is going to be another Project Pan intro, and this is going to be called the Keep It Moving Project Pan, and the name is because I'm actually moving soon. I signed a lease with my boyfriend and we'll be moving out soon, and I wanted to do a Project Pan where I would pick some items that I want to focus on before I move out. I'm not entirely sure if the name has been created before, but I'm calling it the Keep It Moving Project Pan. If you guys know if anyone used this name for this project before, please let me know and I will credit them down below. But like I said, I wanted to gather some products to work on finishing before I moved out, and this is just going to be an intro and a couple weeks in between, and then I'm going to do a finale. I'm not going to do an update or anything because I just don't know if I'll have time for it, and I don't think it would be that interesting. I've also filmed this last weekend and I didn't love the footage, so there is one product that has a mark on it that it's actually gone down significantly, so I did mark it again, but I will let you know once I get to that product. So let's start off with face products because that is the majority of what I have. The first product I have here is the Makeup Revolution Hydrate and Prime Face Primer. So it currently looks like this. The packaging is kind of gross. I feel like it doesn't look that cute, but I'm actually right here, and there's a little bit lower than that, but I just didn't feel like marking it again. So this will definitely be done in the next probably week or so because there's not a ton left in here. I also tried to get a lot of the air out so the product just settles towards the bottom. This is a kind of liquidy type of primer. It's very similar to the Too Faced Hangover RX, but I do like the Too Faced one a little bit better than this one. So it looks like this, as you can see. It is like a lotiony liquid type of primer, and I don't think it's the most hydrating primer out there, but it does give a nice finish on the skin, and it kind of gives a little bit of tackiness as well. So as you can see, it dries clear, but I just wanted to finish this because it's so little left and I don't feel like carrying an almost empty product. Of course, I'll still have the packaging in a little bag because I will be collecting my makeup empties for the end of the year, but I can count this out of my inventory once I finish it. Next, here's another item that is on its last leg, and a lot of these products are like that. Some of them are going to be a little bit harder to get through, but some of them have very little left. So this is the Milk Makeup Flex Stick Foundation, and this is all I have left of this. I already finished one of these, but this is the shade in Shell. So it's currently right there, and I think I could probably finish it this week. It is one of the only foundations that I have right now. I have this shade and then a lighter shade of the Flower Beauty foundation, and I do mix them together, but I do like this foundation. I think it works a little bit better for me in the fall time because it gives me more of a satin finish, and then it can give me more dewy as the weather gets a little bit warmer. My skin's just been feeling a little bit dry, so this is giving me more of a satin finish. But this is a nice foundation. I really enjoyed using it. I went through another one and I'm not sick of it yet. I'm just very close to finishing it, so I do want to complete it. I have a few other Makeup Revolution products. This one is the Makeup Revolution Superfruit Replenishing Essence Spray. So this is a facial spray, and it was in the skincare section of Ulta, but personally I wouldn't recommend using this on your face as like a toner because it has a very strong fragrance to it. But this was the product I'd already marked and I've already made really good progress on it. So last week when I filmed this video, I was up here. Sorry, the packaging is kind of reflective, but I'm currently here, and this is the start of this current project because I am refilming the footage for this. But this is a nice spray. It's not my favorite. It smells very strongly of berries, so if you're really sensitive to fragrance, I wouldn't recommend this. It also doesn't have the best mist on it, but it hasn't irritated my skin at all. I just feel like I like other sprays more than this, but I definitely think this will be finished by the finale. And the other Makeup Revolution product I have is their Bake Blot translucent setting powder, and sorry, the packaging is also reflective on this, but I did repress mine and some just fell out, so I'm just gonna toss that in the trash. So I did repress it, and this is how much I have left. There's not a ton in here. I actually don't use this much as a setting powder. I mostly use this to set my eyeshadow primer and not actually my face. I've been kind of using it a little bit more to set my under eyes, but I have other powders for that as well. I just want to finish this because there's so little left of it. I actually just purchased two eyeshadows that are closer to my skin tone that are actually eyeshadows, so they have a little bit more coverage than this for setting my primer. So I just want to finish this because it's so close to being done, and I want to use my other eyeshadows that I purchased. And then another powder that I want to finish is my Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Loose Setting Powder. There's really not much in here. I'm gonna show you on the side. I'm not marking this one because there's not much left, and it's kind of hard to mark loose powders, I think. So it's barely settling at the bottom right here. There's really not a ton. There's a tiny bit in the cap because I poured in there, and then I will just set it upside down like this on my desk so then the powder doesn't go everywhere. And then I'll just take my brush in the cap and swirl it and apply it that way. So there's a tiny bit left in the cap, but I think this will be finished by the finale. This powder has lasted me probably a year and a half. I think I got it in September 2018, and this is my second one I've used of this, but I really want to try one of the Hourglass powders, either if it's the ambient like press setting powder, the one that's on like a baked pan, or their loose powder. But there's not a ton left in here. I just want to try out other powders, and I would like to finish this one. This is the last face product, so I have 6 face products in here, and this is the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder in Pearl Glow. I've actually already panned one of these before, but this one's definitely very close to being finished as well. So here's how much I have left, really not much at all, and that's why this project is so short, because I think it'll only be about 3 weeks, and then I will do a finale because I will be moving on March 1st, so I will probably film it either the day before or a couple of days after I move. But this is a really beautiful highlighter. I really like this. The formula is great. I think they might be discontinuing this because I've seen this at a few Marshalls and TJ Maxx's recently. But this is a very pretty highlighter. It actually reminds me of a mix between Becca's Moonstone and Pearl. So that is what it looks like. If you have fair skin and you want to try this highlighter, I would definitely recommend it because it's beautiful. I also like mixing it with other darker highlighters because it just really intensifies it and also just makes it look really beautiful. So there's not a ton left in here. I think this will last me around a week and a half because I like to play with other highlighters too. I also like using this on my inner corner as well. And moving on to the very few eye products I have in here. This is the Wander Beauty Mile High Club Mascara. I had this on my lashes today. My left eye hasn't been doing too great recently. I've been kind of like playing with my lashes a little bit, as I don't know why, but some of the corners are just not staying in there. They're a little bit shorter. So this is a natural bristle brush, and this one is kind of a gimme product because mascaras are very easy to pan, but I'm not entirely sure if this will be done by the finale, and if it is, cool, but if not, I'll still be using it until it's done. But this is what the wand looks like, and I actually really like this mascara. I feel like the more it dries out, the more I like it. I do think there's not a ton left in here, and it is starting to dry out, so I think it's definitely possible to finish this by the finale. I have an eyeshadow from my Beach Cosmetics Weekend Festival eyeshadow palette, and I definitely have some panning here. This is one I kind of gradually pan because I don't use it a ton, but I still do like this palette a lot. I want to try to pan this shade in Neon right here, which is a metallic lime green shade, and it does lean more on the gold side, so it is a very wearable lime green. And here's a swatch of the neon shade. So it's definitely very wearable. It doesn't look super green on the eyes. It looks more of a gold. It's like an is it gold, is it green type of deal, but it's very pretty. I definitely think I can finish this by the finale, but I think I can probably finish it with 3 or 4 uses. And lastly, I have a couple of lip products. So this one is the Pacifica Hawaiian Banana Lip Balm. And I did use up, I would say maybe about 1/3 of it, if you can see down in here. And then let me scroll it up so you guys can see. And that is how much product I have left in the lip balm. I'll definitely mark this on a card so you guys can see how much progress I do make on it in the case that I don't finish it. But it's an okay lip balm. I just don't know if I'd repurchase it. It is like a $5 lip balm because it's more of a natural product, I guess. And lastly, I do have a lipstick, and this is also kind of like a tinted lip balm or a very sheer lipstick. This is the Undone Beauty Light On Lip in the shade Gosh Garnet. The name is super cute. And this is how much I have left of this lipstick. And it's a really beautiful shade. This is a My Lips But Better type of color. It's actually pretty similar to the lipstick I have on today, but it is more sheer. And I love this lipstick. So this is what the Gosh Garnet shade looks like. Super pretty, and as you can tell, it's like a very nice wearable shade. And the formula is really comfortable. It feels like a tinted lip balm on the lips. I'm pretty confident I can finish this by the finale because it's so wearable. It's something I can just easily slap on and go. It's very easy to apply at work. I'm making some good progress on it already, so I just thought it would be fun to throw it in this project.